So bad.
Good morning. It's 12 o'clock in the afternoon. We're just heading to. Well, we're heading downstairs, going to grab coffee, and then going to head to the event. So today you have myself and my co-star, Mr. Alex Reader, taking over the vlog. Hope that's not going to disappoint too many people. We'll probably end up in a strippers later on, so you're going to join us for that. No, Ollie's not very well, so he's sat on the sofa there, feeling a little bit sorry for himself. Don't know if it was the aircon. I don't know.
Probably. I think it was because he was trying to keep up with me training-wise. Probably messed his immune system up. But some of us aren't tough enough.
Yeah, not everyone can do 2 a days like the big gaffer.
Road to the games 2024.
We finalised all of our stuff this morning, so we've got the swim event at 5k first, and then we go into a lot of chaos with some holes and rope climbs. So the main thing was just dictating a strategy which we think is going to work, although we're going to have to get used to maybe adapting it on the day. So when we watch today, like with the previous heats, we'll have a little look at what they do strategy wise, and then that could potentially change either on the floor when they're out there, when it starts to get a little bit chaotic, or it may change based off of what we see in previous heats. So we know we're all going to run pretty quick for that 5k. We've put Moz as our strongest swimmer last, just so he goes in most fatigued coming off the run. And then are you swimming first?
Swimming first.
Right, swimming first. And then Mark second, Moz last, and then we do think everyone's going to be on the runner at the same time, so we're just going to really try to push on the run. Two separate school events?
We think so, yeah.
We think so, yeah. There's not been too many details released yet, so we'll try and attack the run as best as we can, I think, if it is two school events.
Unless they know that the run is not. Unless they know that everyone's going to finish the run before they finish the 3 rounds, and then they just make it a time-scored event.
Yeah.
What is the actual workout then?
So it's a 5k run. While your 2 teammates do the 5k run, it's 3 rounds, 1 round each. 15 sandbag cleans to shoulder at 155 pounds and 70 kilos. Open water swim, they've not released the distance yet, and then 21 sandbag squats at the same weight. So it's pretty fast, pretty intense, but it's all based off the swim. If the swim's short, then it's going to be more about the sandbag work, but if the swim's quite long, it's going to be a swimming workout, right? So it's just hard to dictate how to change that based off of what we see.
We are an hour and a half out from the boys starting their first event. As you saw earlier, Josh has given us all a debrief. Very excited to see this one. The swim event's probably one of my favourites because it's sat in the bay and you get to watch them all out swim. It's a good one. It's going to be an exciting start to the day. Just had a little bit of food. Going to follow Danielle Brandon around all day. Let's go.
Make sure when you swap over from the salt roller, the person jumps back, the person's ready to jump back. Yeah, let's go. So, first event, perfect little view for the boys. I didn't manage to get out of the back and do any sort of breakdown them before, so I just sent them a message of like the game plan and a little bit of ramp protocol, so raise, activate, mobilise, potentiate. So now it's just up to them to sort of just stick to their game plan and adapt it by feel, really. So it's a bit exciting. First one, let's go.
boys went really well. Under the watchful eye of Josh. Obviously some of the tactics and the coaching that he's delivered in the lead up to that served a good purpose. There was 2 parts to it. First part was the 5k run, which I think they came about 3rd or 4th out of their heat at about 15 minutes. And the part B was then 3 rounds for time, which they got an event win. So it's pretty cool to see the boys finish up first in their heat. The second heat was coming in after us, so we'll see how they fare on the leaderboard once that's complete.
How good do them Gucci's look on him though? That's what we really came for. He's been clucking all week to get them out. First day of comp, straight on. Smart move out.
Thoughts, Josh?
Oh, buzzing. Fucking class. Could have gone better first one. I think it's always hard going to the first one when it's a little bit of a chaotic scene like that, like we talked about just before we started. So it's class that the boys went in and just sort of stuck to the game plan without getting sucked into anyone else's race. So yeah.
Finished up just before it started raining as well.
Celebratory Guinnesses to finish. Joe Guinness. It's Colborough.
So part B, they got an event win. I think they were one of 4 or 5 teams to actually complete the 3 rounds in the time cap, and then part A they came 4th out of the 20 teams. So a sturdy first start puts them in first place after the first event. Bosh. Let me guess, it's for Al.
Al, your burger's here. What a loser.
Athlete.
Who gets a burrata salad? Honestly. We are going to go, what's time? 4:45. We're going to go back, I think, catch some of the other events, the elites, individuals and things like that. And then the boys are back on at 6:20. What is this workout? Rope climbs, I think there's a row in it, some holds. But we are currently sitting in first place. I say we, I haven't done much to affect us getting there. Chief morale officer, I think I've been handed. But yeah, so in the last one we had a win of part B of the workout, and I think we came 4th in the run. So part B was the D-ball cleans, swim, and the D-ball squats, 1 round each. And we found out that Team Marchon are actually a bunch of fishes, so they did very well there. But looking forward to seeing them go under the bright lights when the sun goes down. It's going to be good.
Alright, so amongst you, you're going to have to decide who wants to climb last. Bear in mind, they're going to be the hardest, most fatiguing rope climbs, and then you're going for a really high power movement like thrusters. Thrusters, I still think, stick to our game plan, but you're going to have to be really vocal if you're struggling to hit the 11. I think let's stick to the 11, but someone's going to have to say rest at 9 as an example, yeah? You've got to be really vocal with that, because what you don't want to happen then is it mucking up. You've got to listen to each other, or walking over is when you communicate, and then on the rest periods, look at each other. I can do a 5, bang, straight in, do a 5. Last thing you want to do there is start to hit the failure point, okay? So amongst yourselves, like whoever's willing to fucking go dark on that last set of rope climbs and thrusters, step up to the mark, own it, and just fucking get dark on those last 33 reps, alright? 3 sets of 11. That makes sense? If you're not comfortable doing rope climbs, you're like, fuck, speak up at the start, go first, get them out of the way, alright?
What's the rope climb?
Are we assuming they're not letting us swap or what? They're not?
Yeah, we assume so. If they do, we'll go 5 and 4. If they're not, just take your time on those 9 and just work to your strengths.
It's all 9, got to be.
And bear in mind, if you come off of the rope climbs on that last one, you should have choice of what you're using. I.e., barbell's probably going to be the easiest. You should probably choose a barbell. Yeah. So go have a chat about that. Check your phones. I'll send you the warm up. Alright?
So, the boys are about to go into their second workout of the day. I'm not too clued up on the workout itself, so I'm going to pass you over to head coach.
Sorry, where did you left off from? What was it?
What's the workout?
So the workout. So the workout is 9 rope climbs, while so one person's doing rope climbs, the other 2 athletes are doing a hold. No specification whether the hold's in the front rack or in a farmer's carry yet, or deadlift hold. We're literally looking to get some clarification on that. Once the athlete's done their 9 rope climbs, they come back. There's 33 in-sync hang cleans to begin with on all 3 bits of equipment, and the equipment are kettlebell, dumbbell and barbell. 115 pounds for the barbell, 22.5 kilograms for the dumbbell, and 24 kilos for the kettlebell. Once they're done, 9 rope climbs again, back to the holds, and the movement changes to in-sync shoulder to overhead. Same again, rotate through, last athlete 9 rope climbs, back in, and then finishing with 33 thrusters. It's going to be really, really grippy. Again, a little bit chaotic like we explained in the last workout, so it's going to be a little bit of thinking on the fly. We do think that the last athlete should essentially be the strongest on the rope, and then when they hit the thrusters then just loads of communication to try to finish strong.
Very good.
I think the boys are feeling really good. Obviously we just come off an event win, which is like super important for confidence and sort of like setting the theme for the rest of the weekend. And I think we just need to ride that wave now, keeping confidence high. Like, you never know what's going to happen at competition, so we'll take the wins and the losses, but just every workout just look to ride that momentum and just keep improving as you go on.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this one. It should really hang itself on the boys being able to keep their comms up, go synchro with all 3 movements, and make sure they don't. No, I fucking lost it. I've had a bad now. He's laughing in the corner.
What he was trying to say was, it all hangs on communication, especially when the movements are in sync. So once everyone gets a little bit of fatigue, especially going into those thrusters, if we're not clear on when the bar's going up, or the dumbbells, barbells, kettlebells are going up and when they're coming down, and making sure that if someone needs to rest, that everyone knows they're not hitting reps for the sake of it, and getting too many no reps, because that will kill the workout.
That's what you meant, Al, right?
Nailed it.
I think I just got a bit too excited on the first roll climb.
It doesn't matter. I still think you did really well at that. I think you still. I don't even think that was a problem. I think you stuck to your own pace.
Yeah.
You did well to keep grabbing chalk as well.
Never jumped.
What do you think?
Yeah, well, I just managing the shoulder fatigue at the end.
Yeah.
We done well more the last rep.
We had a plan on all of the shoulder overhead scenes and thrusters, and on the last set then, on the thrusters, we brought it down to like 6 years or 8. So.
I think it went really well. At one point I thought you were going to take the heat. The only thing I'm going to say is just a little bit more communication on that very last bit. And it doesn't even have to be talking. If it's like 6, guys, hands on the bar, 3, 2, go, just a little bit louder will be perfect. And 2, like before we go out with things like a squat clean to overhead or something like that, where it's quite a big in-sync movement, when we have hands on the bar, it should be, everyone should know the clean to get overhead, and then that's everything synced up. So like before you go out, like clarify those things together. So some people will come into here and then squatting down, and then they would be really picky with like the depth of the squat, or some people finishing here, some people finishing there, and some of us were waiting. Like little things like that is worth having a discussion about out the back. And And then just with the comms, like you are fucked, right? That last little bit's really tough. I wouldn't even try to talk on like the last bit of the thrusters. I would just call a number. Everyone happy with 6?
That is what we did.
Yeah.
Went 11, 6, 6.
And I thought it was really good to think on the spot, but just a little bit more communication, I thought it would have been absolutely perfect. And don't be afraid if someone's struggling, if you're feeling better than them, front it up, pull them out, swap in. And you did that really well, I think it was with you at the start. With the barbell, because I see your arms are blown up and I was like, your arms are fatigued. It was definitely worth, because that's a bicep curl, to swap it in and then you swap back, which was cool. I really like that. One other thing, you were strong for fatigued, right? You held the barbell throughout the whole thing. You didn't once touch the dumbbell or kettlebell, did you, for a hold?
No.
Always swap it in.
Yeah, but I didn't want to do a farmer's carry for my grip. I knew if I can get it there,
But then in your hold here as well, mixed grip.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can hear me. I was like, mixed grip.
No.
So just think
try not to drop it.
Yeah, so just think like what's going to help you at the best. Mixed grip. Because although that feels easy, it's a fucking smokes you.
Really? No way. How the fuck did we come in? That guy.
What's the news we just heard, Chad?
The news is, after day one, we are sitting pretty in top spot. So I think we had an event win, 4th place, and then I think we just took 8th place in that last one. Seems like the first heat, so there's 2 heats per category, and we're sitting in the first heat, and it seems like the first heat is a little bit stronger, so though that 20 teams have been placing a little bit higher than the 20 teams that have been coming next, but we do know this is only day one, so there's still a hell of a lot to play for. Mind yourself, Sammy, a hell of a lot to play for. 2 big days of competition. I think there's 4 events left, but that really lights a fire in the belly and keeps the boys really confident ahead of the next couple of days, and it's always good to go into events confident, feeling like you're untouchable. I'm just speaking from experience anyway, but we're gonna grab a little bit of a feed now. The boys probably gonna get to bed. It's Big Sammy's birthday, so if you're watching this, make sure you message Sammy and say happy birthday. He's 23 years old today. God, I remember when I was 23. We're gonna grab some food, maybe take Sam to the candy store, and then hit the bed, hit the hay, see if Ollie's doing all right, and then wake up tomorrow, rinse and repeat, do it all again. Peace.